Hello friends, this will be my recap of the first two movies of the Princess Switch trilogy. Alright, let's go! The movie starts with Stacy, who owns a very successful bakery shop in Chicago. She runs this shop with her best friend Kevin, who has a daughter by the name of Olivia. Stacy had just come out of a relationship and her ex-boyfriend already moved on. So Kevin takes it upon himself to enter the bakery into a baking competition in the small kingdom of Belgravia. And since they get approved, the three fly to Belgravia to compete. While there, Stacy accidentally runs into the Duchess of Montenero, who looks exactly like Stacy and goes by the name of Margaret. She then convinces Stacy to switch places with her because she wants to live a normal life for a couple of days before she gets married to Prince Edward. And since Stacy has the heart made out of absolute freaking gold, she agrees. And honestly, who wouldn't want to be a princess for a couple of days?
Well, maybe you've got a point.
Anyways, while taking each other's place, Stacy falls in love with Prince Edward, and Margaret falls in love with Kevin, even though they only been together for like 2 days. That being said, after those 2 days, Stacy and Margaret switch back. It's in time for the baking competition to start. But before the baking competition started, Stacy's old high school rival, Brianna, cuts the wire to Stacy's mixer, which forces Stacy to mix everything by hand, which she does and still wins the competition. Everything kinda goes a little crazy after that. And that's because Prince Edward and Margaret are the ones that are presenting the award to Stacy. And when they do, Stacy and Margaret come clean to Kevin and Edward. Margaret also confesses her love to Kevin, and Prince Edward proposes to Stacy. And a year later, Stacy and Edward get married, while Kevin and Margaret are still dating. The second movie starts 2 years after Edward and Stacy got married. Stacy is now Princess of Belgravia, and Kevin owns a successful bakery shop in Chicago with Olivia?
Wait a minute! Who are you?
Well, as it turns out, Kevin and Margaret broke up because Margaret is about to become Queen of Montenero after her father's death. And due to a lot of pressure and lack of communication, her and Kevin break up. Stacy finds out and drags Kevin to Montenero to Margaret's coronation party in hopes of the two getting back together. Kevin and Margaret were in the process of working their magic. Margaret's cousin, Fiona, who looks exactly like them, comes into town because she's broke and she needs money. With the help of her two henchmen, Mindy and Reggie, Fiona comes up with the ingenious plan of kidnapping Margaret, posing as her long enough to get crowned as queen, and robbing the kingdom. But before she could kidnap Margaret, Margaret and Stacy switch places so she can have more time with Kevin. Fiona then captures Stacy, who she thinks is Margaret, and then becomes Margaret. Kevin and the real Margaret work out their differences, and Margaret, with the help of Edward, rescues Stacy, and they all find out Fiona's plan. At the same time, Margaret's crooked advisor by the name of Antonio decides to move up the coronation to help Fiona, knowing that she's posing as Margaret because he wants a cut of the money. Fiona, while posing as Margaret, breaks Kevin's heart, and Kevin decides to leave the country that night. But Stacy and Margaret stop Fiona from getting crowned queen and immediately head to the airport to stop Kevin. When Margaret and Kevin are reunited at the airport, they get married on the spot. And with that, Margaret is crowned queen, and yeah, that's it. If you have a suggestion on what movie or show to cover next, don't be afraid to leave a comment. That being said, if you enjoyed that video and want to see more like it, leave a like and subscribe. Adios!